On August 4th, 2019, a 28-year-old man named Sumbora left his farm in rural Cambodia and headed off into the jungle. His goal that day was to climb the nearby Chakrai mountain and try to harvest as much bat guano as possible. Today, his mission was to go to one cave in particular that he knew had a ton of bat guano inside of it. And so after hiking for about an hour through the jungle and then up this mountain, Sum finally reached the entrance to this particular cave. And it was an opening that was about 3 feet by 3 feet, and you really couldn't see very far into it. But Sum knew what he was doing and pretty much immediately got down on his stomach. He got his flashlight out, he took his guano bag, which had a long strap coming off of it so he could drag it behind him, and he began wriggling his way into this opening. And as he was making his way down that second stretch of tunnel, shining his light ahead, he saw what looked like the walls moving up ahead. But he knew that was not actually the wall moving. There was a whole bunch of bats in this next cavern. And so in theory, this next cavern was going to have a ton of bat guano. However, there was a small problem. On the ground, as you crossed the threshold into this second cavern, was a crack that basically ran perpendicular to the way this tunnel ran. But again, he knew there was going to be a ton of bat poop if he could just cross over that crack, and so it was worth it. And so Sum wriggled over the top of it successfully, but as he did, he lost his flashlight, and the flashlight rolled backwards into the crack. So Sum kind of backed himself up and mentally prepared himself, and then reached into the crack and began blindly reaching down, hoping to grab this flashlight and yank it out as fast as he could. But as he reached, he couldn't quite get to the flashlight. And so he began turning and twisting his body and forcing his shoulder deeper and deeper. And then finally, right as he grabbed the flashlight, something happened. That night, Sum did not return to his farm. After another 2 days went by and still Sum had not returned, his family started to get worried. And so ultimately, Sum's brother decided to go out and look for him. And so he eventually made his way to that first cavern. He didn't find Sum. He kept going, and right as he was about to hit that second cavern, as he shined his light ahead, and there, in the crack, was Sum. He was wedged. Luckily for Sum, his brother would find him, his brother would go and get help, and on the 4th day of Sum being trapped inside of this crack, rescuers were able to pull him out and he would make a full recovery.